Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, sections of Ramble, Hanover under curfew. The police have imposed a curfew in sections of Ramble, Hanover. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Saturday, November 23 and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. Monday, November 25. The boundaries of the curfew are north traveling easterly from an imaginary line from the Countryside Hotel to a section of the Corps Main Road near a farmhouse. East traveling southerly along Corps Main Road from the farmhouse to the intersection of Burnt Ground and the Corps Main Road, which is in the vicinity of a cemetery. South traveling westerly along the Burnt Ground Main Road from the cemetery to the Arawak restaurant. West traveling northerly along Burnt Ground Minor Road from the Arawak restaurant to Countryside Hotel. During the curfew, persons are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized. St. Mary Footbridge at risk of collapse as heavy rains loom. With heavy rains forecasted for eastern parishes over the next few days, residents relying on the Marley Bridge in Cool Spring, Western St. Mary, are concerned that it could collapse. The footbridge, which is heavily cracked, has been in a state of disrepair for several years. Despite residents alerting Western St. Mary Member of Parliament Robert Montague to the issue, the bridge remains in a dilapidated state. Heavy rains between Saturday night and Sunday morning have intensified the fears among the approximately 50 residents served by the bridge that it will soon collapse. If the bridge goes, and it could soon go, then we will be forced to get to the main road by the river, and the river as it is now is in spate, said a male resident who asked not to be identified. He noted the cracks that have developed on the concrete footbridge over time, adding that the weekend rains have made the situation worse. The resident is calling on the MP and relevant authorities to urgently address the situation. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica has warned that a series of troughs will develop and dissipate across Jamaica through Wednesday, bringing periods of showers and thunderstorms, particularly to eastern parishes. Aenon Town wants water, roads and opportunities for youth. Newly re-elected councillor for the Aenon Town division in Clarendon Northern, Delroy Dawson, has his work cut out for him as he takes on his third term in local government representation. Dawson edged out his teacher colleague Suzette Barton in Friday's by-election by a mere 54 votes based on the preliminary count by the Electoral Office of Jamaica. But even as he returns to Clarendon Municipal Corporation, there are pressing issues that the residents say must be addressed in the division, including poor water and road conditions, as well as a lack of opportunities for young people. The first thing should be water. We already have water up the road where we get the free flow, and them cut it off and send it up the hill where they have to pump it, all because of party colors, said Keebleton Blair, a resident of Bog Hole in the community. Blair told the news that due to political partisanship, many residents now have to purchase water. They'd have to pump it up, and we would have free flow down here, but them cut it off so we don't have any water. We have to buy water. Additionally, Blair has called for attention to be given to the deteriorating road network and agriculture. The success of agriculture in the division, he said, depends on the roads as it's a farming community and residents depend on them for their livelihood. Another resident, Sophia Burnett Lee Wards, a supporter of the People's National Party, echoed similar thoughts, claiming that during the short stint under the Jamaica Labour Party's Marjorie McLeod McFarlane, the division suffered immensely. We feel extremely good for the winning because we were suffering, and now we have the victory. We are gonna be better. We suffered from bad roads and there was nothing for young people to do. Nobody visited us. We just had no work and we will be happy to work, she told the news after Dawson was declared the winner on Friday evening. For young construction worker Ranil Hibbert, he hopes to secure overseas or skills-based prospects. I voted for most of the young to get more opportunities, such as farm work or some skill program, hard program, anything. As long as they get jobs, most of us will be off the road, he said. JLP Chairman Roberto Montague says the government focused on finishing what it started. Chairman of the Jamaica Labour Party, Roberto Montague, has responded to repeated calls by the People's National Party for a general election to be called, stating that the ruling party is in no rush to have a general election and are instead focused on completing tasks according to their timeline. However, he noted that the candidate selection at the placements are on track and the constituencies have been reviewed. The party will also be consulting delegates and the supporters in the coming weeks, said the party chairman. Tell such man that we're not in any rush for an election. Dr. Holness will call it when Dr. Holness is ready. We have things to do, and we are doing them according to our timetable, Montague declared at the JLP's 81st conference on Sunday at the National Arena in St. Andrew. His comments follow remarks by PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell following the recent by-elections last week of Friday, where he declared that the victories in Aenon Town and Marante Bay are heralding what's to come in 2025 and called for an early election. The results are consistent with the recent national polls that show that the PNP is developing commanding lead in trust and support. The JLP is now a lame duck administration that has lost the confidence of the majority. An early general election to give a fresh mandate to a new administration would be in the best interest of democracy and governance, said Campbell. However, addressing a packed national arena on Sunday, Montague declared that the party and the government are active. He acknowledged that the JLP did lose the Aenon Town and the Marante Bay municipal seats during the by-election, but noted that they also won in Trelawney Southern and the St. Andrew Northwestern. Don't be daunted or discouraged in both municipal divisions. It's not the results we wanted, but it is what we got, he told the supporters. There are basically 3 lessons to be taken from these elections. We must pay more attention to the poor and vulnerable, cost of living, roads, light, housing and water. We must help people to start their small businesses or expand, and we must grow our footprint in the digital economy. We must take care of our party workers, he said. This party intends to do just that. We are paying more attention to our party workers, creating more opportunities for them. The party leader started with the Scholarship in Education program, where children of party workers can get a scholarship or a grant, but we intend to go further, said Montague. He further noted that the government intends to complete the projects geared towards fixing roads and also have plans to tackle water issues plaguing several communities. The people of Mason Hall, Kidland, and other communities are looking out for their water before end of year. Other water projects are to be completed, and road work soon starts. Mango Valley and other communities, people, we're ready for you now, and we are sorry for the delay. We apologize to all road users, but Dr. Holness plans soon bust, said Montague. Roads right across Jamaica are bad, but work soon start on them. Water turning on, houses being built and repaired, educational opportunities, jobs and enough more. St. Mary people want to thank the Prime Minister for the free zone at the airport, where hundreds of St. Mary people and others will get work. St. Thomas got theirs, Portland getting theirs, and now St. Mary, and more to come in other parishes. This government active, the government strong, he remarked. The chairman said too that the JLP has heard the cries of the people to tackle issues surrounding daily living, children, farmers and housing, adding that the Holness administration is pivoting to meet the needs. He noted that Holness has already warned the MPs that they need to buckle up, adding that the people's agenda and the priorities is what the next chapter is about, and he has full confidence in the Prime Minister to complete the vision. We need to complete what we started. Remember, we lost 3 years because of COVID, so many things could not be done. But even then, we never laid off not one government worker, and we granted money to those who were laid off and assisted others with the compassionate grant. Let's not forget, as so we active. The 3rd term is needed so the poor and vulnerable can get the proper help. Party workers can get help so Jamaica will be strong, he remarked. Montague further stressed that a 3rd term is needed to create more opportunities for youth, create more spaces for women and programs for the elderly. Additionally, he told the supporters that the 3rd term is needed to reform the procurement process, make more contract workers permanent, and upgrade informal communities. I trust Andrew Holness and you must trust him too. He has started to move you from poverty to prosperity. You need to allow him to continue what he has started, said Montague. He needs to finish what he has started for you. That is to pay attention to your needs. He knows your struggle because he has struggled too. He knows your pain because the youth from Spanish Town has felt it too. He has made mistakes. He has had challenges and issues. But remember, he is human. He is not perfect. He is human, but his heart is in the right place. He too knows that the third term is needed because it is your turn. The third term is your time. The third term is your term, he declared. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.